How's everybody doing out there? We're back playing Princess Maker Regeneration because I made the thing saying that if it'd get 300 views or 30 likes, I'd come back and do a little bit more and tell the embarrassing story about how I actually found this game in the first place. And it eclipsed that in the first day. I just got other stuff I need to get up that were more time sensitive and things. But we're back doing this one, so we're going to do one more and I'll explain the story. We're going to get started a little bit first and then I'll go into the story, which I can't believe I'm telling this on the internet, but we'll do it. So, and don't remember the way I left off. I just gotta talk to her. Let me, I can see that. We have $1,000. And another topic. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's October, so we should switch. No, we need to switch to her winter dress because it's going to be November by the time we start. I don't want to get cold. Okay, so someone did remind me. I'm like, that's right. You need sensitivity when you're cooking also if you want to do that. So fortunately, we have something to do that. So we got stress 34. So let's do work. And let's work at the inn first just to get some cash. Then we'll send her for some time off. Should we do a vacation? Then we got vacation money now, just do free time. Schedule, and then we'll work in the hairdresser because that gives us sensitivity. So let's just see how that goes. Add to schedule. We got it under control, Q, but I appreciate the concern, man, but we got this. $30, okay. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean the inn, I meant the kitchen, but you know what, that's fine. As long as we can get enough cash coming in to cover our expenses. I'll give her some pocket cash. She earned it. This will get her stressed down to nothing. Yeah, see? Easy. She's working here today as a hairdresser. I still hate that, whereas like, clicking doesn't seem like it auto-fills. It just seems like it skips it. Yeah, so she needs to get her sensitivity to do better. So we're going to do this and coupling with the cooking skill to get more cash. But we're working on it. But yeah, see, you can't do that. The thing, you got to do it before it happens. You got to be like super conscious of this thing. It's really interesting. All right, not interesting. It's just how it goes. Okay, we'll talk a little bit. Then I'll bring it. So, the story of how I found this game. Okay. I think I've heard this like 6 times. I'm like, how do I say this without it coming off even weirder and potentially worse than I think it's going to? So, it needs context. So, let's start with the time frame. The year is either 1999 or 2000. I forget the exact year because by saying those years, you get an idea of how long ago this was. I don't remember everything that happened to me in that time frame, but it was around that time. And for a long time, I was reading something called, it was called Mix-In. I don't know if anybody remembers that one. It later became Tokyo Pop. People probably remember that one, but that's what it was called originally. It was a manga serialization where they serialized Sailor Moon, Magic Knight Rayearth. Parasite was actually serialized in there as well, oddly enough. And I think Galaxy Express 999 were the ones that were in there, and the ones I was actually reading because it is a serialization thing. But they also, before rebranding themselves, dabbled in the game market for some reason. Restaurant. And they actually made a video game. It was called, it's a different name in the Japanese, but it's called, they branded it as called Graduation in America. And it came out, I think it was like 96, 97 or something like that. I forget the exact time frame. But it was sold through them. Like you couldn't, like it was like basically mail order because it's the 90s. You couldn't, you couldn't download it at the time. Digital distribution was not a thing. And I wanted to play it, but I couldn't afford it until I could actually, work and everything like that. So, wait. I had to wait until I actually had some money. So once I actually got money and a computer that could actually run it, because once again, at the time, households only had one computer, and for anybody who wasn't alive and trying to game back in those days, really hard. Like graphics cards, audio cards, drivers. It was an insane nightmare. So you had to even verify it could actually work on there. So by the time I got the money, I couldn't actually get it because they were no longer making it. And once again, this is like a mail order thing. You couldn't just walk into your EB Games or GameStop and pick this up. You had to get it from them. All right, we'll let her work in the restaurant. Oh, she'll crush this. It's fine. This will help sustain us until we get her sensibility high enough, or sensitivity high enough. So I couldn't get it. But however, in the late 90s, or even as earlier, I guess even mid 90s-ish, was the rise of places you could download things from. Like the popular one being at the time being Napster, but that was just music. I don't think she needs pocket cash, but she's fine. She's earning money. We're sustaining. But Napster was just music. It was, you couldn't get any files on that one. If you wanted to download other files besides music, you needed another service. Like the big one everybody always used was called LimeWire. But if you're looking for more weirder stuff, you had to use something like BearShare or Morpheus to download things. So I was like, well, if I can't buy this game, and I couldn't buy this game anymore. Well, this is all right. We're working on it. We need to get this higher. Like a lot higher. Now we have money. I could probably buy her a dress or something that can increase her sensitivity. It might help out. Oh, flowers change. It's almost so. You know, yeah, but then again, it's not like a torrent site. If people don't remember these kind of peer-to-peer programs, they weren't torrent sites. Like there wasn't a link you clicked on, and it took you to a thing. It took you to your program launched, and you would start downloading it from the Seers and Leechers. You had to just go in there and search for it and see if you could find it. Meaning you had to like actually do like searches for these things. Oh, so she's interested in art. Well, but we'll still need like, I think we'll still need sensitivity for art, so we'll work on that. Anyway, back to the story. I'll be sweeping it out because of this. Ah, okay. So, you know, I would look for it, and, you know, it's hit or miss whether you could even find anything with it or not, and for the longest time, I couldn't find anything with it. Until one day, I was searching for it, and I found it. It was in a zip file. It was a collection of other stuff. However, that zip file, I still remember what it was called. It was called 15 hentai / ichi games. And once again, I had no clue what those words meant because this is the late 90s, early 2000s, or 2000. I was a young kid. I was a kid and I wasn't legally an adult or anything like that. And it's like, what the, and this is also an era where that was like, the internet wasn't what it is. It's hard to find these things out. So I looked into it, found out what they were, but I only really wanted the one game. So I downloaded, and once again, since the internet wasn't good enough for digital distribution, no, we can't afford study, my bad, we still need to work. Since the internet wasn't good enough for digital distribution, oh wait, no, we should go try to find an item. We should see if we can buy something that can bring your sensitivity up from the general store. The doll would work. The poetry book would work, that's a lot of money though. We'll get it though. Buy! Okay, that gets a good boost in that. What about dresses? Taylor? Well, that would help, but dear God, we can't afford that one. So, but I only really wanted the one game in the pack, so I'm like, okay, I'll download it. Once again, digital distribution not being what it is now, it took weeks, because also, we only had one computer in the family. It wasn't like now where everyone's got like laptops and stuff. Households only had one, maybe two computers if you were job required work. So required one for work, I mean. So I had to do this when people weren't around, like run it in the background and kind of hide it. Fortunately, none of my family's tech savvy. They still really aren't. So it was kind of easy. So it took me weeks to download it. So I get done and I download this program. And I open up this zip file. Once again, this is sketchy zip file you find on this thing with full of adult animated games. I was a kid, And also, that's not the kind of thing that, like, I think that's like that'd be a really targeted virus. Like, who would spend, who except for people who wanted this one would do this? So anyway, no viruses, we were fine. So I unpacked this zip file to play the one game I've been trying to play for like a couple years at this point, but could never cook. I couldn't find a copy of it anywhere. And it doesn't install. Like, at all. It's corrupted. The executable doesn't work, it won't load. I couldn't, you know, finding out how to fix it all at the time was really hard because, once again, it's the internet's not what it was. So I couldn't even play the game I was originally downloading it from. But I had 14 other games in this pack, and it's like, well, I mean, I didn't spend all this time to not get something for this. So I played a couple of games, and for anybody who knows those kind of games, there were a lot of jazz games, like at the time. Like there was, I remember some of them because they're still just, because they were all, I played some of them. There was like Knights of Zentar, Time Shipper Mako, Paradise Heights, you know, these old like hentai games which are by today's standards very tame. I guess I'm trying to shield myself from, I know we're working on the stress, man, alright? Okay, so it should be, we'll need that money to cover up everything else. So, you know, I played a couple of them. One of them packaged in there was Princess Maker 2. And once again, it was hard to find information on these things at the time because the internet wasn't what it is now. Google wasn't a thing. You had to like, you had to like fire up Netscape Navigator and go to like Ask Jeeves and try to find stuff. It was hard. So I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. I'll play it. And then when I started playing it, I'm like, oh, what is this? And you know, it turns out, oh, hey, this is like a racing simulator, like a sim game, and I love sim games. So I started playing it. And then I fell in love with this game, played it so many times. To get all the endings, I did use a hex editor at the time, which is how they're like trainers today, but you just literally go in and edit values to give yourself different stats, more money, whatever, to make it, to do things. A lot of games could be edited that way back in the day. So there's it. So I played it, that's how I found it. From a sketchy pack of adult quote-unquote games that I downloaded from a peer-to-peer client way back in the late 90s or the year 2000, depending on which year it was, because I don't remember the exact time frame. I did mention there was another game in there that I liked that I actually, that I did play. And that one actually is an adult game, and people may not have heard of it or played it, but it's called True Love. I think technically it's called True Love 95 now because it came out in 1995. Oh. I know this guy. The spirit of home and hearth. Yeah, pretty much. And he'll give me a boost since I've been doing stuff so diligently. Nice. Aw, she's embarrassed. Oh. It seems like if all they say is on one block, it'll skip to the end of that block, but it skips the end of everything. So if it's 2 blocks like this one, it just skips the first block and only does the second block, like to the end. That makes sense. Oh! A dazzling light to fill the room. My cooking went to 103. It's actually higher than it can possibly be. So back to that. When True Love 95, or just True Love, is a game. It's basically like adult Tokimeki Memorial, where it's like, you're a student, you're in university for legal reasons, where you go to homeroom like all universities, but I digress. And there's there's like 12 or 13 characters you can date, and it's, it's like Tokimeki Memorial. Like, you don't just bump into them and hook up. Like, you actually have to, there's like 9 stats you gotta raise, all this stuff. And I really like that game too, but that's how I found this game. end that game by trying to find a completely unrelated game that didn't work. I did eventually get a copy later. And from a sketchy pack of games, and that's how I found this game and played it and fell in love with it and have spent so much time playing this game over the years. There, that's the embarrassing story. If you want to click off the video now, go ahead, but I've bared my soul to you, the internet. And await the replies in the comments. But now we're going to keep going. So, man, sensitivity. The thing about this one is these are all 100 based. I think these can go stupid high. Schedule. But I don't think any study can bring up sensitivity. I think poetry does, but it's 40 bucks a day. That's $400. Okay, you know what? Let's try that. You know, we're gonna... This is the kind of game where I say save scumming is actually encouraged. I'm gonna save down here. Let's see, make sure it doesn't screw our budget. We're gonna go to study poetry. Then she's gonna take time off. And then we're gonna work in the restaurant to get some cash. Nope, yes. Study the path of the poet. Okay. So, lots of stuff goes up here, but yeah, see, like I said, it's 40 bucks a freaking day. It did cause her sensitivity to go up a bit, and her artistry and refinement and everything else. That's a decent amount. We can't afford pocket money, girl. If our cooking skills 103, we should get more money from this job. Perfect. Alright, still February, so we still gotta keep wearing the clothes. So she's doing good in the cooking. Her temperament seems fine. I don't recall that. Is that a thing? I'm not big into astrology. Our refinement did go up a bit. Can we talk to somebody in the castle now? We already talked to gatekeeper as much as possible, so that's not going to work. The concubine, maybe? Oh, side piece. Yep, still not going to happen. Okay. We're not refined enough for this, still. Alright, we're going to work in the hairdresser, and then we're going to take time off, free time, then we're going to go to work in the restaurant. And let's go! If you can get one day on this, at least we have a decently reliable stream of money now that she's... Like, 135 is decent. Okay, it's March, so we need to switch into our casual clothes. Talk a little bit more. If I trained you to be a fighter, you'd be fine doing that, but I actually go down that route a lot in this game, just because it adds the combat to it. But once again, you don't need to... You can sit around on errantry and not actually fight anything. There are ways around that. I think you put on like 1 pound. What are your stats? Weight 38.75 for 143. That's fine. I think she's gone up 1.6 kilos in the last year, but she's also growing. Like a 1.6 kilos is what, 4 pounds? That seems about right. If she gets like 39 or 40, especially if she gets the 40, we'll think about the diet then. But for now, it's fine. That's the thing. Like, she gets just as much sensitivity up from doing this as she did from that week-long poetry class. Yeah, like I said, the fact that she gets just that much, it's like, I think once we get 100, she'll start actually doing better in that job. Which means 2 more times and she'll be fine. Oh, see? Oh wait, what's her weight now? 38.9, so she put on a little bit more. Once again, we get to like 39.5, we'll switch. It's a refined diet. See with the current plan. We'll deal with it if it becomes a thing. Did she grow? So yeah, her weight went up a little bit, but she also grew what, half a centimeter? We'll work in the restaurant again. This is a riveting gameplay, I know, but this is kind of how the game goes. Yeah, like I said, you gotta pick a lane. Once you can afford classes, you can branch out a bit more, but in the early stages, you just gotta like I said, pick a lane and stick with it. And once again, once she actually can start doing this job reliably and getting cash for it, we'll be sitting pretty because it's $20 a day. You know, it's like every single game. Once you find your reliable source of income, you just kind of gotta stick with it. Perfect. Okay, so weight's the same, slightly taller. Perfect. Okay, talk to her again. I don't know either, honey. It's complicated. Oh, it's in the door. No, you're already gonna make fun of her because she wants to essentially be a chef. Okay, it is summertime, so let's put the summer dress on. Okay, and we'll go a month on a refined diet. Just for like a pound. Or a kilo, not a pound. If it was a pound, I wouldn't be as concerned. Oh, in the midst of working, it's her birthday. Oh wait, actually, that actually works out well. We can give her a present. I can give her another poetry book. So bump up her sensitivity there to 12, even though she already had one. Yeah, you can get the same item over and over again. I'll keep bumping it up. But she leveled up. She grew another year. You a mason or a huntress now. Amina was nowhere to be found. Pray to patron deity. Oh, that's right, I can go back in time. Okay, someone's getting a talking to. That's right, the harvest festivals now. Oh man, okay, we're not gonna do well again, but whatever. I could miss the whole month of sensitivity because of this, cooking. Oh, I picked dance. Okay, you know what, we're just gonna reset. Alright, yep. But how much did we get? 101, damn it, we were so close. If she hadn't run away for a month, we probably could have done better. Oh wait, what, 40? Stick with that refined diet. Schedule work. So as you can imagine, a mason I think needs strength and a hunter needs like combat ability, so we'll stick with this. Oh, cancel. Also, no. We need to switch into our winter dress before the month starts, otherwise she's gonna get cold. Alright, we're gonna try for the hairdresser, and then you know what? We're gonna go on a vacation. And then you can go back into the restaurant to make some money to pay for the vacation. It's fine. And she could just get one day of this. Let's go to the mountains. It's January. Let's go to the mountains. Going to the ocean in winter might be depressing. Aw. Oh, that increases her sensitivity a lot. Didn't really reduce her stress as much as I would thought. But that helps. She has 172. Of course, that means that next time the Harvest Festival hits, she probably will actually finish in the top 3. Yeah. Oh, she's ill. Okay. Trying to keep her healthy, and I didn't hit work. All right. Well, then let's go to the town, the clinic. All right, fine. I just decreased her stress. So let's take time off, rest, time off, rest. And then after 2 weeks of resting, let's go to the restaurant. Hey, I'll stay with her. Doesn't matter, I'll stay with her. Yeah. Damn the expense. She's still sick after 20 days of rest. Then we probably do need to send her to sanitarium. There you go. It's March. We probably don't need the winter dress anymore, but we'll do it anyway. Okay, we're gonna try to study poetry again. Take a lot of money, take some time off, and then work at the restaurant to get some cash back. You keep saying that, man, but like, she only had 18 stress. It's because of their intelligence and refinement and artistry and everything else, so that might help. It's just sick. Look at that. It's just so expensive. Not this month. Oh! Another birthday. Oh, I can't afford anything, can I? Let's give her a doll, like a little more sensitivity. Oh. No. Yeah, she can work as a gravekeeper now. Yeah, that... Perfect. Yeah, we do need more than just straight sensitivity for the hairdressing. I know that, but... Honestly, I'm pretty sure we need something else to make it work, but... We have really high sensitivity now, so we should be fine when the Harvest Festival comes around. Should be now. So let's do a quick saveroo. Harvest Festival. Okay, we have 237 sensitivity and 103 cooking. We should be able to at least rank in the top 3 this time. We have a higher cooking skill than you can actually get. We have 103 cooking, when 100's the maximum. Now, let's make you guys the other parts. The judging is complete. Okay. And that's the winners. Main dishes. Boom! Suck it, Barbin. Southeastern seasoned battered fried herring. Damn, that does sound pretty good. You know, I don't even like fish. Yep. So she gets $3,000. Oh, and a paradise egg. Oh, cool. Hey, and we got a thing. Your daughter won the cooking contest, and our house reputation went up by 4. We now have cash, which is... No! You can eat it, but you shouldn't. Don't eat. No, it comes back later. I don't think we'll get to in this playthrough. But now we have cash. Let's go to town. So now we can actually go to, like, the general store. We could buy something to bring it up. Oh, but we can go to the tailor. Buy that. So these things bring up our sensitivity, but lower our morality because you can kind of guess what these dresses are. So not gonna do that, but we are gonna save it after we won the Harvest Festival. And do 2 things. One, the tailor will buy the silk dress since we have money for it. And we'll wear that silk dress. The only we'll put her on oh, he put on her a healthy diet. That's why. Okay, we need to go on a refined diet so she can lose like a kilo. I thought he put her on a standard diet. I didn't realize he put her on a healthy diet. That does ruin things. Okay, but one thing we're going to do, because I haven't done it yet, is we're going to go on an errantry into the woods. Take that for a week, do that, and then work. And then now that we are better at stuff, like the restaurant does give us more cash. So we're going to need some money too. Yeah. I mean, okay, we can, you know, I'm not going to save it, so let's go buy some weapons and armor, even though I'm not going to use them. Armor. We should get her... silk armor. Yeah, we can't afford that. Let's just do chainmail. And let's get her a... How much we got left? You know what? Since we are not saving it, just buy a mithril sword. Now we go here, we equip the sword, we equip the armor. It's October, so she needs her winter dress. And we'll go off on an errantry. We'll take some time off if we make it through. And then we'll work. Monthly expense $10. Alright, we're off these for. So you can click on these to move around, or you can use WASD. And lies the forest. Beware of monsters. Now, who's there? So you can talk, ignore, or attack. You can only attack civilians. We'll talk to him. Oh. So 1 day's already gone by. And there are like chests to find in here and other things to get. We can try talking to it. Talk. Elves in the forest don't like iron. So here's the thing, and this is kind of the reason I was buffing it up. If your sensitivity is low, you just see these things as monsters. You aren't in touch with your spirituality side, and these are just creatures you have to kill. And that can increase your sin or not, depending on what you do and everything like that one. But if your sensitivity is high, you can actually talk to these guys, not fight them, and for the most part, they leave you alone. So you can play it multiple ways. Takes us over here. You need to pick up some gold. $46. A mantis. Talk. See, another hawk. Talk. See. So we don't actually have to fight anything if we don't want to. And since our combat skill is nothing, we don't want to. Like, we only have 104 hit points. Coo! Haha. This moves a bit quicker than I'm used to in this version of the game. You know, I thought with an upgrade they would make this smoother, but not so much. Oh, and Amoeba, talk. Once again, because since sensitivity's high, she can actually talk to them. And are we across? Nope. Now we are. Oh, so there is a chest there. I just gotta figure out how to get there. Oh, who's there? Oh, Knight. Talk. Okay, we'll try fighting one thing on like the last day. But we have 0 combat skill and like no attack, so we're gonna die probably. Okay, let's try attacking this mantis. So it's probably not gonna work though. So battle, we have 57 hit points. Oh great. Attack. Oh, it has 57. No, 104. I missed. And I'm down. And if you get knocked out, he'll come get you, and the rest of the time is just recovering. But once again, we have 0 combat skill. But once again, our sensitivity was high enough that we didn't need it. Oh, a month has passed, you chose not to eat it. It hatched! I thought it took longer than a month. Once again, been years. Been like probably 2-3 years since I played this game, so I did the last video on the Refine, where I was running through the whole Princess Maker series available in English. So now if I remember correctly also, since I head back to my home in the south, if you actually do an errantry to the south, you can actually find them again. Oh, she gained 100. I forgot about that too. Hooray! See, and now that in ever since high, she's actually like very in touch with the rest of the spiritual world, I guess you want to call it. Still can't do hairdressing though, probably. Now, I know that she's not doing hairdressing because she doesn't have glamour or refinement or anything like that, what you need to be a hairdresser, but we were going strictly for the sensitivity up so that we could win the cooking competition and get a crap ton of cash. It was the long game. Because there really isn't a good way to up sensitivity besides taking that job, even though we can't do it effectively. You know, honestly, winning that contest and beating the crap out of this guy to win the contest, you'd think we'd be making more here, but no. Oh, he's back, yeah. More power. Cleaning's up. Alright, but you know what? We've seen, can we... She's dropped a little bit of weight, but I don't think she's dropped enough to put the dress on, right? Yeah. Look, that's the game saying this, not me, okay? I'm not shaming anybody, that's just the mechanic in here. But our sensitivity is so high now that we can do any kind of cooking, and we can be in touch with the forest spirit, so even if we do errantries, we don't have to necessarily run into anybody. So it's all turning out good. But that will do it for this one. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to do a full playthrough because, especially not with this one, because I was trying something, I was just trying to show something off, so I wasn't like, this is a really, she's a fantastic cook and is in touch with nature to an insane degree. So, like I said, this isn't a bad playthrough by any stretch of the imagination, because there really isn't a wrong playthrough. It depends on just how you want to play it. But I've done other videos on these ones. I don't think I'll do a full playthrough. I'm just doing a follow-up because I said I'd tell the story, and I did. And I think we've shown pretty much all there is to this one. You take the jobs, you raise your stats, you can go out on little adventures, you know, you can meet characters. You do get rivals at some point also in the horror shows, but I believe those start coming till you're like 13 or 14, I think, later on. Like, I think this year we may have a rival. But I mean, that's the game. And if you think this game's for you, after playing this version, I don't think this version does enough to warrant it over the Refine if you already have Refine. Like, there is a new art style, which I do like. The voice acting is nice, but like, it's just a little like, I don't know if it's actually, like I said, better than the other one or not. Like, if you're debating, this one, it is cleaner. So the art style is newer, it is cleaner. So if you haven't got one before, this one's fine to get. If you already have Refine, stick with that one. If you're on the fence, Refine's probably a lot cheaper because it's been out a lot longer. Just saying. But that's going to do it for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys enjoyed my horribly embarrassing story about how I found this game in the first place. And you know what? Thanks again. I'll see you guys later.